I mean, this video took real long to make, but it's gonna be well worth it. We know so many new things, even thanks to Samsung itself. Well, about the S24 Ultra. But the first thing I need to tell you is the launch event. Well, it's gonna happen sometimes in January next year and in San Francisco. So it's quite a bit earlier than the S23's launch, but that's good, I guess, for us. This phone will actually have a lot of the Pixel 8's impressive features powered by AI, according to Sam Mobile. And so much so that it will be called smartest AI phone ever, like the whole S24 series. And this is a big thing. Qualcomm is actually providing a lot of features to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. And if you don't know, the S24 Ultra will actually be exclusively powered by Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy chipset, with the performance core will be running at higher clock speed than usual. Well, what's the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is? It is based on 4nm process node by TSMC, and it is 30% faster in terms of CPU and 20% more efficient compared to Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy. The CPU cores the standard ones are like this: one Cortex-X4 core running at 3.3 GHz, 5 Cortex-A720 cores, performance cores running at 3.2 GHz, that is good, really good, and there are going to be 2 Cortex-A520 cores running at 2.3 GHz. Now, in the last benchmarks we have seen is that the Galaxy variant will actually have 3 of the Cortex-A720 cores running at higher clock speed than the usual one. And the same thing can also be said about the Prime core. So this is something we can also expect, but I can't really tell you about the clock speed, the final clock speeds, because that's going to be a mystery for now. Okay, that's good, but what else we know about it? Well, the benchmarks. If you look at the benchmarking numbers, it is bonkers crazy. On the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 reference device, the Geekbench single core result is actually 2,329 points, which is much less than the A17 Pro, but it's way better than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 2 for Galaxy. But what is interesting is that the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 beats the A17 Pro in the multi-core test, 7,501 points on the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 reference device compared to A17 Pro's 7,237 points. That is big. But if you look at the Antutu score though, you will have nothing bad to say about it. It's 2.1 million points. Whereas the 8 Gen 2 and the A17 Pro are performing like 1.5, close to 1.5. This is a big jump. Now we also have a real life benchmark result of the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 on a real device that is performing like this. You know the object eraser feature of the Google's Tensor chip? Well, that is now coming to the videos thanks to Qualcomm's AI engine. What? I mean, 30 frames a second, 4K video, like 4K images, 30 images per second it will process. You can remove objects from the video now. This is mind-boggling. But that's not where it ends though. You can even have night mode in the video. A 4K 30 fps video, you can have night mode. And even then, this is all done on the device. It doesn't even need internet at all. Isn't that the craziest part? Like, Google is saying that they need to upload it to their server, then there are going to be supercomputers processing it. Hey, that is all done inside the chip in the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. There is another one. If you want to expand your photo, it will use AI to just generate a photo that will look amazing. Even though that's not a real photo for sure, but it will do it, and that too on device. But then on top of that, Qualcomm also announces seamless connectivity. This is something that allows every single Qualcomm devices to connect with each other. Means your Android phone to Snapdragon powered smartwatch, to the Snapdragon powered tablet, and even Snapdragon powered Windows computers, all gonna be connected with each other. So you don't have to depend on one brand. You can take a Samsung tablet with a Vivo's phone, they will all be connected. But what about the Exynos 2400? How that gonna perform and what we know so far? Because that will actually power, in many countries, the standard and the plus model. Now, based on the rumors and recent benchmark leaks, the Exynos 2400 will be based on Samsung's 4nm LPP Plus process node. Hopefully that will be efficient enough, and it will be a 10-core CPU, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 CPU configuration. So it has 2 more efficiency cores. Now, the leak suggests that the X4 core will run at 3.21 GHz, alongside 2 Cortex-A720 cores running at 2.9 GHz, and there are going to be 3 Cortex-A720 cores running at 2.59 GHz and 4 Cortex-A520 efficiency cores running at 1.96 GHz. Now, we can see the benchmark result is 2000 points in the single core test and 6406 points in the multi-core test. That's a really good result, but it's not comparable to the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, the base one. We will have to wait and see. But one thing is clear from this leak, that the S24 Plus will actually come with 12GB of RAM. The whole Galaxy S24 series will also come with satellite connectivity. Another thing is that the S24 series finally could support Ultra HDR to display HDR images captured with the camera in the gallery application. And that is also thanks to the Android 14 though. Anyway, another thing is that the titanium frame is coming to the Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra. As I said in the last videos, well, that is going to be exclusive to the Ultra model, not coming to the Plus and the standard model. That's probably going to happen in 2025 according to a leaker, but that's totally understandable. What else we know? Well, we have already seen the designs. The S24 and the S24 Plus will come with flat sides, just like the iPhone 12, you can say. The Ultra model will have slightly more flatter sides, but it's still not flat. The bezels will be curved, but the display, the interactive part of the display will still be flat. Now, another design change coming to at least the S24 Ultra is a new speaker grille. Ice Universe says that instead of using the same design Samsung employed for the speakers on the S23 Ultra or S22 Ultra, S24 Ultra will have a long strip design instead. Kind of the same as the S9 and S9 Plus. Is it a good move or a bad move? I just don't know. I don't feel anything about it. Anyway, the color options are here: black, grey, violet and yellow. These are the 4 color options, the core 4 color options coming to the S24 series. But definitely they're going to be the Samsung.com exclusive colors too. But what else we know about these phones? Well, the S24 Plus will come with a 6.65-inch display, 6.1-inch for the S24 and 6.8-inch on the Ultra. All of them will come with Samsung's M13 OLED panel, much more thinner and much more efficient panel compared to the M12 panel. But these displays can be able to go up to 2500 nits, all of them. Also, the S24 and the S24 Plus, aside from the 12GB of RAM upgrade, they will also get, both of them will actually come with at least 256GB of storage and 512GB as an option. There is not going to be any more 128GB for the cheapest model. The Ultra, on the other hand, will come with 12 and 16GB of RAM options, and it will have 256, 512 and 1TB of storage options. The S24 Ultra will have 200 megapixel main camera, HP2SX 1/1.3-inch sensor with 0.6 micrometer size pixels. There's going to be an ultra-wide-angle camera, 12 megapixel Sony IMX564 1/2.55-inch sensor with 1.4 micrometer size pixels. There are going to be 2 telephoto cameras, 3x 10 megapixel camera, Sony IMX754 1/3.52-inch sensor with 1.12 micrometer size pixels. And then they're going to be the big change, the 5x telephoto camera with 48 megapixel GMU sensor. It is a 1/2.25-inch sensor and 0.8 micrometer size pixels. The 5x camera will actually use sensor crop feature to create 12 megapixel but at 10x zoom. So that means you're actually getting a better 10x photo than it was with the 10 megapixel native 10x camera. This is a big thing. Plus the 100x zoom is staying. But then the 200 megapixel ISOCELL HP2SX camera, how much that is different? Well, this is actually a lot different than you think. But I'm not going to be able to cover every single thing in this video, probably going to be in the next video. But it will actually be able to zoom in and track on any subject no matter the location, so you don't have to move your phone as much. Plus, it will also be able to do in-sensor zoom or in-sensor crop thanks to Tetra 2 pixel technology. Now, the S24 Plus could actually have a 50 megapixel camera, no changes, a 12 megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera, a 10 megapixel 3x telephoto camera, and a 12 megapixel selfie camera. Anyway, the S24 Ultra is going to still have 5000 mAh battery. The S24 Plus though will have a 4900 mAh battery, much better than the S23 Plus S1, and the S24 will actually have 4000 mAh battery. Now, this might seem a slight bit of an improvement, but looking at the performance, the battery performance of the current S23 series, this change will still be very big change. All these phones will also get the same wireless charging and same fast charging support as the S23 series. No changes. Same 25 watt and 45 watt fast charging. That's it. Anyway, I will cover the camera aspect of the S24 Ultra in my next video, so you can subscribe this channel or come back later. And yes, if you want, you can get some crazy cool wallpapers up on my website, a link down below. Until the next one, bye and take care.